Hello everyone, the Godsaw here, and I am back with some more tournament footage for Dead or Alive 6. This one is from the Bi-Weekly Xbox tournament that was held back on April the 20th. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, I had a lot of fun again. I know I have not been doing a lot of tournament footage over here on the channel. That's mostly because of work schedule not really allowing for it, or just how I'm feeling on those particular days. But every time I've had an opportunity to kind of jump in on these tournaments, everything like that. I've been having a lot of fun. Maybe picking up something here and there. I will be one to readily admit I don't play the game probably enough to really do well in these tournaments, but I usually do tournaments to have fun. I've always been a person who's kind of gone more to the local scene than anything else during my time of playing competitively. I've never been a person who's really traveled much to bigger tournaments, anything like that. In fact, I think the last one that I really traveled outside of state for it was Evo 2016. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I've always done the local scene here in Arizona. And the one thing that's been obviously a thing throughout this entire last year, because of the pandemic, everything to go along with that, is the factor that we've been getting a lot more of these online tournaments. Big Dame's been holding them with Dead or Alive 6 on the Xbox side. You have Hoodless on Dead or Alive 6 as well, doing it over on the PC and PS4 side. Yes, is the online for DOA 6 good? Absolutely not. I think it's probably out of fighting games that are out there in general, and out of all the other fighting games that I've played online, I would put it up there as amongst the worst on my own personal experience. But it is what we do have at this moment in time, and I appreciate the factor that these guys are sitting there and week in, week out doing these tournaments, trying to keep the competitive scene alive in some way, shape, or form until we are able to start hosting these tournaments live again and in person, whether it be on a local level, national level, international level, however you want to really look into it. Also, you got to give big ups to, not just on the DOA 6 area, but we've also seen tournaments through this last year, going back as far through Dead or Alive 4 and Dead or Alive 5 last round. We've been seeing a little bit more of those, and honestly, it's a lot of fun to be watching the DOA footage with those, even if I'm not participating on that side. It's always a lot of fun to be able to be able to watch those as well. And like I said, it's just a big ups to all the tournament organizers. I always give big ups to Big Dame and Hoodless because they're the ones that I usually play in. But of course, you have Emery Reigns' throwdowns to go along with that. It's been a lot of fun over this last year, even though we've been kind of staying in our own places and everything like that. I'm personally looking forward to being able to do a local at some point as well, with hopeful, I would say maybe ending, but with the vaccine distribution, everything like that, hopefully we'll be able to get to some more local tournaments down the line. And when the national scene or international scene starts kicking up again for these tournaments as well, hopefully the factor that Dead or Alive has been kind of sticking around in some way, shape, or form with these online tournaments will allow for um, other tournament organizers to actually see what is going on, and it's like, hey, maybe we'll have this at our major or at any tournament in general. And honestly, throughout this entire time as well, through this whole year, we've been seeing new players show up. I would love to be able to see these guys, if they can, of course, make their way out to the live scene to go along with it, and just see how things end out panning out for them there, and see how they end up enjoying it as well. The live scene's not for everybody, and I'll be honest with you. Like I said, on Dead or Alive side, online's not great. It's never been good, and hopefully, with this aspect of the last year, if we do ever see another DOA game because that's kind of up in the air as well at the moment. But if we do see another Dead or Alive variation or a new DOA game in general, that the developers will decide to take online a little bit more seriously and give us something a little bit better than what we are currently at. Honestly, Dead or Alive has never had good online. Honestly, my best experience with it in general, oddly enough, is with Dead or Alive Dimensions on the 3DS. That has been my best experience with playing a DOA game online. And I feel like that's sad. To begin with. So hopefully they will consider better netcode going into a new DOA game if they do decide to make one down the line with that as well. I personally do like I said, getting back onto the topic of the new players coming around, like I would really hope that they decide, if they want to, of course, decide to show up at some of their locals or some of the or if they decide to travel, going out to those tournaments as well, because I do feel like those that scene is also a lot of fun. It's the way that I've always preferred doing it, and I do feel like at this juncture in the online fighting game competitive area, there's very few games that could actually hold a good one online. Basically, take a look at what was the now canceled Evo lineup from last year for the online side, and those are pretty much the games that would be the ones that you would consider for good online side and being able to run a good tournament to go along with it. PC side, if people really wanted to do that, if they really did want to do it, now it does take a little bit of extra effort, and I think it does cost a little bit of money too, so it's a lot to ask for people. But if you're going to be doing it more on the PC side, I'm not going to lie to you, Parsec is a great way of going. Not because it's absolutely the best, because there is still the potential for a bit of lag, but you're running it off of the offline mode initially, but you're playing it online with two different people that are going to more than likely have a more stable connection. They're going to be connecting to something more stable along with it. So I personally played a good chunk of Parsec as well while the pandemic's going on, and honestly, it's just been it's a lot of fun. I won't say it's just like offline, but it's pretty close. It's a pretty close thing, and it is actually really good because you're connecting to a different server. It's not a peer-to-peer type thing as well, so you get a more stable connection out of it. And if you do start feeling something a little bit more, it's probably because maybe your internet's acting up or something to go along with that. So like I said, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it is pretty darn good with those ones as well. And that's pretty much everything I've really got to say. I've been wanting to kind of talk about my aspects towards online and just how I feel as well. I do have a little bit more tournament footage that is going to follow right after this. So if you want to stick around and watch the rest of what I did during the Xbox Bi-Weekly, feel free to enjoy. But with that being said, everybody, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your day.
Let's see if you can...
Brother, why?
Get ready, fight! Get ready, fight! Get ready, fight! Get ready, fight! Winner!
We settle this. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Fight! Get ready. Fight! Winner!
I will. Fight on. We settle this. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Fight! Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight! Get ready.